Hey guys, let me see. Yeah, the audio looks good. How are you guys? Alright, you guys are saying that the intro is running perfectly fine, even though it says that the stream health is absolutely terrible. It says stream health bad, potentially serious viewing issues. But yeah, I'm really, really defeated today. You guys know how I get when I feel really defeated over boomer tech issues. It is 7 p.m. and I should be streaming 4 p.m. So I'm like hours late, and I feel really defeated, and I'm not really feeling hopeful for tomorrow, because I don't think I resolved the issues that I have with the streaming. So if you guys can help me out, I'm basically having issues because YouTube is always like changing their shit around, and since I was streaming in the UK last, they changed some shit around, and now when I try to stream it, like, it's directing me to go to this like live control room, which like I absolutely hate. I don't like it. And I just want to do like the normal viewing thing. But even on both of them, it just doesn't really connect from my OBS to like streaming. Normally I use Restream, and it'll go up to the like, you know, everything on the Periscope on Twitter, go up on D Live and everything. And I noticed on the Restream that like all the different things you can see when it was online and it was connected, but like YouTube kept like not getting connected, along with something else. But D Live was fine, it was going live, but most of my viewers are on YouTube, so YouTube is really important for me to connect to. And it wasn't connecting. So, hey, what's up, Grey Wolf? I'm just bitching today. It's a bitch stream. Yeah, I'm using like Streamlabs and everything, OBS and Restream. And so, like I said, I have the Restream stream key put into OBS, and it wasn't really working. It wasn't going to YouTube and everything properly. So I use the stream key for just YouTube, because that's like the main thing that I want to stream on. So I put that in directly, and yesterday I was having these issues with doing that as well, because it was like, ooh, fuck Google too. Did you get the shoes? Oh, the shoes I posted about. No, I should have actually asked how much it was, taken a picture of how much it was, but everything was like, you know, it wasn't like $10. If it were $10, I'd probably get the shoes. But like everything there was really nice and really like kind of expensive, so did not get the shoes for fun. Thanks. Stephen Forex said, the more shit you run, the more levels of complexity / potential points of failure. I'm not a streamer, but if I had issues, I would scale back the base and go from there. Yeah, exactly. It's probably a video bitrate encoder, audio bitrate if it relates to quality. Yeah, that's why I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe this is getting too complicated, and I just like ditched everything and I want to go directly to YouTube. But YouTube's giving me a problem, and I don't know, they keep directing everything to go to this like new control room, which sucks. I would show you what it looks like, but I don't want to give away like stream keys or anything that pop up. But yeah, it's just like, it's just not working. And what it's doing is, okay, so this is something I explained to you. What it's doing is, there's something like going live, and then there's like scheduling a live stream or something. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we'll get into the like main point of the conversation, but I'm just so defeated today. I don't care about staying on topic right now. But Kelvin said, I was called a simp just yesterday by MGTOW, LOL. Yeah, we should definitely get into all of that. We'll get into it. I'm just going to bitch about the stream because maybe someone out there can help me out, or someone else has similar issues. But basically, I need all the help I can get. So what's happening is there's something going live, and then there is like scheduling a stream. And so whenever I was like clicking stream now on OBS, it was just like on YouTube saying that there's a scheduled stream, and like it wasn't playing what OBS is playing, and it wasn't live. It was just waiting for the scheduled stream. So I don't know what happened to make it play where we're playing right now, where it's showing what the OBS has on. But for the past few hours, I've just been going in circles, inputting the stream key, and keep trying to stream, annoying everybody with different notifications and whatnot. But for some reason, at this moment, it worked. I'm not sure if it has something to do with like it being set on a scheduled stream, so once it hits that time, then the appropriate stream key, like all the stars aligned, and then eventually like I'm able to stream. But I can't have that happening every single day. Like it's too much. I look like shit. Let me fix myself. Hold on. But yeah, I can't have the stars be perfectly aligned in order to stream. So I'm so frustrated. I hate it. Looking at myself. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is a terrible day to be talking about this, because it's probably going to be like one of the more controversial streams, because people get so uppity about these opinions on the internet, but everybody's talking about simps and shit. You know, you got Twitter talking about it, and then that means, of course, PJW has to, what is it called? Co-opt and start talking about it if the inner workings of the internet is talking about it. Oh my god, Eduardo, I'm sorry. I knew that me getting loud was going to bother someone. I am so sorry. God damn it, my hair is still looking like shit. But yeah, so everyone's saying simp as a response. It's kind of like the left saying Nazi to everybody. It's just like, okay, we get it. You call someone a simp, no one wants to be a simp, so they're gonna listen to what you're saying. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a problem with simps, and I think that that's the main problem that I've had with these people that are like Candace or whatever. I have been bitching about Turning Point USA and Candace Owens and people like that for ages. And everyone kept telling me to shut the fuck up, stop punching right, you're just jealous, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm trying to pay attention to you guys at the same time. But yeah, so what was I saying? I have to stop looking at the chat. It is way too distracting. And then I like lose track of what I'm saying, and then I sound like a retard. But what was I saying? Yeah, there is okay. Turn Point USA. We got Candace Owens. We have all these stupid bitches in the scene. Every 2 seconds, someone pops up out of nowhere that's like holding the gun, and you have all these simps and making them fabulous. I don't get it, because sorry, I think I'm fabulous. I don't know where these simps have been all along, why they're after these basic bitches, but okay, whatever. So, I mean, I understand the issue with the simps, and I've been like complaining about that, but then at the same time, I'm wondering where my simps are, but then people will call anyone that is like chivalrous, respectful, nice, may happen to agree with me. They get called a simp in the comments, so it's kind of just like a shutdown kind of situation. So it puts me in a bad situation, because I'm kind of like stuck in the middle. It sucks. Like, yeah, I want to call out like retarded simps that are just like really cringy and so stupid, and at the same time, we want to not dilute the word by calling anyone that's chivalrous or polite or may agree with a woman, calling them a simp. So I think there's like a balance that needs to be discussed, and so perhaps we can go about that today. Yeah, let's see. I don't use the term simp. The MGTOWs sort of co-opted, and I don't want to be associated with them. Yeah, I mean, maybe these egg talkers are very counterproductive. I mean, conservatives should focus on individual change, not on abstract, generic talks such as that. Yeah, exactly. I think that we need to focus on being the best we can possibly be instead of pointing fingers at each other. God, I'm sorry. Let me sort myself out. I am not looking cute right now, and it's like, everyone's judging out there, so gotta make sure at least look fabulous. And I don't, because I was so pissed off about the goddamn stream today. Anyway, what is saying? Do I still do videos with Donna Trumplova? Yeah, we'll plan to do stuff. She's a good friend of mine. Love her. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Eduardo. They just point fingers at others. Just call people simps and then judging women that don't have kids yet. And obviously, it's having kids is something I've always wanted since I was a little girl. I love children. I raised like my 5 siblings, and I wanted my own one day. And right now it's thank you, the nation state. I will try to ignore the chat, but it is something that I've always wanted, and it's unfortunate that it hasn't happened yet. And so I would hope that a gentleman can sympathize with what I'm going through, instead of be nasty and rude about it. Sorry, Eduardo, was that a little too loud? Shouldn't have said rude that loud. And that's what I think it's all about, this balance of chivalry or whatever. There's the people that are, and I don't want to say all of it, maybe there's some rational people out there that are fans of, no, don't get me wrong, I don't know this like Minji girl, and I don't want to attack her. I can certainly sympathize with her having like a career that involves getting half naked or whatever, and showing your body, so I can understand getting attacked for that, that it's frustrating, but at the same time, no offense to her, I don't know her. I think my Lady Alchemy work is like super artsy. I think it's kind of artsy and cool. I think her stuff is very cliche, like fake boobs, like topless rah. Mine's like super artsy stuff. So I think there's different taste level there. No offense. But like her simps are definitely like some cringy shit out there. They just say it's some cringe, and that's the type of shit that I kind of understand, where it's just kind of like, oh my god, it's so bad. Like, I get it. I'll cringe when there's a simp or two, and there are times. I'm not saying I don't have any. There are some, and it is kind of cringy, but for the most part, I do think that I have a really awesome audience. Wait, it says there's 0 people watching. Is this stream okay? Just let me know if it's okay. My simps crack you up, Jay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a few, but like, I have no idea who or what a Magamindy is. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why it's so blown out, but I don't mind it. Anyway, so there's a fine line between like, surely, like there is like good conversations, being respectful, and I think just like attacking a woman's age, talking about money or childbirth is a very sensitive issue for a woman, especially as they get older. So it's kind of like there should be that respect and balance. Like if we're talking trad, if we're talking about, you know, all this stuff, then I think that you should embrace tradition, as in like proper etiquette and being dignified and honorable. I mean, that's what these trad men is like about. It's about honor. It's about dignity. You know, there is a level there. Okay. So yesterday I talked about etiquette, and there was a few quotes in there that I think were actually really awesome if I can just like dig them up. But in the meantime, since it's working and the stream is up, I haven't shilled yet, so shilling time. Don't forget to, you know, we've got options here. There is, wait, what happened to that in my OBS? Hold up. Where'd that go? I'm supposed to have something on the screen. Hold on a second. Oh my god. What is happening with this? OBS and YouTube are pissing me off. Alright, I'll just steal this copy. Sorry, guys. Okay, I was about to shill, and then it didn't have my shill stuff on the screen. Okay, so let me see. Right here we got Streamlabs. That always really helps because it I don't have to wait for the payout, and YouTube doesn't take a third out of it, so that's always fantastic. That also makes this graph go up, and you know, this is my February deadline that I need to hit criteria. Or if you want to just like avoid anything and just send me directly, there's PayPal right here. It's Martina Markota, nyc@gmail.com. So yeah, sorry, hate doing that, but you know, this is what I am doing nowadays until I start booking Lady Alchemy gigs. I cannot wait. I'm back in New York. Hopefully get some gigs, and I can not have to e-beg so much. But here we are. Please send some coins. Thank you. Okay, so I wanted to maybe dig up a few of these quotes from yesterday that were actually really interesting, and look up maybe a definition of simp. Hold on. Let me find what I'm looking for. Where is it? Oh, that's why. I hate that this like OBS doesn't have just like shit properly saved the way that I want it saved. It like always moves things around and it makes things inconvenient. Okay, so let's see, there's a few things in here that we went over. That was pretty good. I should probably search for something. Probably gentleman, right? What do they call? Oh yeah, gentleman right here. A gentleman, for instance, will never be ostentatious or overbearing any more than he will ever be servile, because these attributes never animate the impulses of a well-bred person. A man whose manner suggests the grotesque is invariably a person of imitation rather than of real position. Yeah, and certainly what one is far greater of importance than what one appears to be. A knowledge of etiquette is essential to one's decent behavior, just as clothing is essential to one's decent appearance. Yeah. There's a few really fantastic quotes in here that kind of just remind me of the conversation between Simp and Chivalry, because if we go to the definition of Simp, let's go to it. Sorry, I wish I had help. What do I click on? There we go, found it. Simp. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh my god. There we go. That's it. All right, let's see here. We got Simp. Don't think that was the right definition I was looking for. We got the Urban Dictionary. A man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. Okay, hold up. Let's think about that. A man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over. Okay, that is totally the opposite of what chivalry is, and what a gentleman is. A gentleman is strong in his position as a man, and understands his place as a man being protector and, in a way, superior. Women are superior in etiquette just for giving them they're just weaker, and men are like supposed to be the protector. So there's this kind of like giving women being overly respectful to women because you are in a position that is above them and that is like understood by the woman as well. Does that make sense? It's kind of weird, and it's not like it's subservient or dominant. It's equal in a different way, in a non-feminist way. And the way that I've always viewed it as a woman was like, yeah, a man is stronger and supposed to, have more money and is stronger and is the provider and all this stuff. And that archetype kind of holds throughout everything, whether it's a father, a brother, or a random stranger on the street, or a bag boy. It doesn't matter, a waiter, whoever it is, that dynamic between man and woman, is that this is a man that will defend me if I have to. Of course, there's bad people out there, and that's the thing. You never know when there's a bad one among us, but you expect the other as another A, human being, and B, as like a man would be there to help and to protect. And for that, I give my womanly respect back to people and back to the man. And so I think by definition, it's completely the opposite of what a simp is, and would be contrary to how does Emily Post say it? What does she say? To out of the proper behavior, she has a way of saying things. I told my roommate I'm streaming, but I think she's hanging things on the wall now. Great. Hold on one second. Let me check in on you guys. Yeah, that's right, Rick. Chivalry is the manifestation of a force for good, but it's primal to impress upon a variable female. Alright, just checking in on you guys. Okay. Yeah, let's get back into it. Get on the right page. 1 second. What page am I looking for? Oh yeah, the definition of simp. So yeah, I think that there is a huge difference. Because you're not putting yourself in a subservient, submissive position when you are a gentleman. And you have this code of conduct created by knights. And it's not really in the hopes of winning them over. That is expecting something. So you're putting yourself in a subservient position in hopes of winning them over. Like, that's just like expecting something. So you're being like a pussy to expect something. And that's not what chivalry is about. Just like Rick mentioned, it's just for general goodness. It's for, like our etiquette introduction yesterday spoke about manners and morals and the relationship between morality and manners. So morally, it wouldn't be to get something from the woman that you are acting in a certain way, behaving in a certain manner. It would be because of just general goodness and morality that you are treating someone that way. So different. And without the female bringing anything to the table. I think that a lady... I think that people might disagree with me on this, but I think a lady being respectful back, being a lady back, is bringing something to the table, because that's what it's about. A man wants to feel appreciated and manly. So me being womanly, I do often smile and thank and try to be feminine and lovely to men's company or their generosity or their chivalry, in contrast to feminists who would go around with a stink face and be bitchy, and when someone says hello to them, they go like this on the street, and they just generally make men feel like shit. Don't want doors to be held. I can do it myself, and I can carry this myself, and call it street harassment when you say hi to them. So I think bringing something to the table is being a lovely lady back and saying, why, thank you, and then moving along. Just like in yesterday's lesson, you can be polite and brief at the same time and show that you don't want anything to do with them, but you're being polite. That's right. Yeah, exactly, Rezakai. It's more of being a better person, because a male is usually physically stronger than a female. So when you see a woman trying to lug a bunch of firewood, as a stronger man, you help her. And that's exactly it. I remember in like 2013 or something, I was going to a New Year's Eve gig upstate in Buffalo, and I do this New Year's Eve gig all the time, and it's... Oh, shit, sorry, I have to It's always New Year's Eve, upstate New York, near Canada. It's absolutely freezing. Wind is crazy. It's snow like crazy. It's like crazy below freezing. And I had to pull all my luggage and costumes and things into a van. And I remember saying, oh, is there a man around to help me? And I say that for two reasons. First of all, men have more upper body strength, so just naturally they are stronger. So they can get it into the car much easier than me, just physically. So there was that point. And then secondly, when there's a man around and making him feel manly and that he helped a woman, and it makes them feel good. And that's something about women. They learn to help make men feel manly just by that natural reaction back and forth. And it was a moment where I needed a man's help and would have appreciated it. And the other women performers that were around were like, we don't need men. And I was like, yeah, we do. Like, what kind of world would it be without men? Really? And that was... Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, that's true. Even rich men are simps. Money enhances one's character defects. Those defects were there before money. Look at Weinstein. Yeah, yesterday's lecture as well. Yesterday's lecture had some talk about money as well. There was a whole section of how terrible money has made people, and everyone's valued by self-worth or whatever, but it's actually about one's character that's important. Anyway, where was I? Okay. A man that puts too much value on a female for no reason. I can agree with that as well. Okay, and I don't think a gentleman would do that either. So I could definitely see a simp putting too much value on a female for no reason. That happens all the time on the internet. I do not get it, and that is why I am personally always trying to, not pointing fingers at anyone else, but looking at myself. How do I make sure that I can provide something of value? If you don't think it's valuable, that's fine. But like, don't be into me. But there's definitely value that I try to provide and try to instill within myself. So self-reflection, trying to make sure I provide something, and I would generally be upset with a man going around giving value to women that don't deserve it. That's really annoying too. That's not being able to recognize quality versus not quality. And that, I don't think that's good for men. And I think a gentleman and a true intelligent, chivalrous man would be that confused about the value of a woman. Oh my God. Yeah, knowing the value of a woman, basically. I agree with that assessment. A man that prides himself with chivalry in hopes of getting sexual gratification for women. So I think this is a way of co-opting chivalry to mask themselves. Simps use chivalry in hopes of sexual gratification, but a gentleman would not be chivalrous just so that he can get something sexual out of a woman. That is so grotesque. When they talk about how does Emily Post say that? She says something grotesque in manners. That is definitely grotesque manners to only be chivalrous because you're trying to get something sexual out of a woman. No, that's totally a simp. That sounds terrible. A square with no game other than rolling out the red carpet for every female. Again, I would think that definitely is an issue of not knowing how to discern quality versus trash. And that's actually another conversation that you can get into is the thought versus like not thought. I don't know. Because I think that a lot of these men that are just saying everything's simping, don't know how to discern things, are the same people that don't know how to discern between women just being a female and having a hole, or have like an actual thought that has like, I don't know, like my age growing up, it's like all the thoughts had like tramp stamps and go tanning and wear too much makeup and like you can just tell a thought and have tattoos. Yeah, I said that, tramp stamps and stuff. Like, ugh, injections and all that stuff plumped up all over their face and Botox. Like, that is a thought to me. And we can have different levels and layers of things, but just like on a basic surface level, you have to know how to like distinguish like an actual like dumb bimbo thought that does get a lot of the stupid male attention to like there's a decent lovely young lady that, you know, is out there in the world or on the internet, probably an e-girl, but you know, you should learn how to distinguish a thought versus a decent chick out there. That would be cool for men to work on and know the difference between. Let me check in on you guys. Okay. So I'm just reading through your comments. I wish I had a partner to help me. Yeah, blindly white knighting would definitely be like a simp. You have to, like, there's sometimes like conversation that you can have about a person that it goes like, well, I could see this person's side because of this, or I respect this woman because of whatever. So I don't have to agree with them on it, but it's like there's reasons for it. That's fine, not just like blindly following. Okay, let's get back into it. Yeah, I think we pretty much hit all of that. These are my notes. Don't mind me with my notes. So I have this link. What is this? Welcome to Simp Nation, TikTok's newest softball club. Simp may be a fresh Gen Z term used mostly as a joke, but it has a lengthy misogynistic past. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is just some, like, lefty magazine, but I put it in here for a reason. Maybe there's something in here. Hold on. Alright, here's a quote. Basically, someone who gives redundant and over-the-top attention to women that are far less valuable than the attention or praise given. Usually the recipient of this praise is knowing of this and is taking full advantage of knowing this fact. Thus, the term sucka is the main attribute and usually the result in the pending downfall of this kind of man. Affiliated words: pathetic, hopeless, sad, whipped, and desperate. And that is the complete opposite of what a gentleman or chivalrous chivalry is about. It's definitely, having etiquette is that balance of being strong man and knowing how to navigate in social intercourse and engage with people around you and maneuver in the world so that you can have respect for others, and in return people respect you back for it. Those little trifles, like they say, the little trifles kind of add up, and people kind of notice these little things that are in consideration for others. Yeah, so I mean, I understand the problem with simping, but I think it's the same thing with the left calling everyone a Nazi. If you like keep using the word inappropriately just for everyone, then it kind of takes away its value, because reading the definition, I do see the value in it, but kind of abusing that takes that value away. Anyway, this topic kind of reminds me of Julius Evola's quotes. There's two quotes that are really fantastic that I love of his. And I figure we can go over them. The best and most authentic reaction against feminism and against every other female aberration should not be aimed at women as such, but at men instead. It should not be expected of women that they return to what they really are, and thus reestablish the necessary inner and outer conditions for a reintegration of a superior race, when men themselves retain only the semblance of true virility. So Evola's pretty much putting the blame back onto the men, because if men are the stronger, take charge kind of gender, then it should be aimed at them that women return to what they are supposed to return to, because it's the men that are driving that force of what women are trying to do, because women are just trying to get men's attention either way. It's all about men's attention. I mean, these women and their simps, it's what else do they get out of it other than their attention and sometimes money? It's just like attention is really what most people, and when you do have money and you're still out there looking for the attention. So I could definitely see, even in my days, why it was desirable to turn into the thought direction, because that is what the guys paid attention to. In high school, I mean, I was a virgin all throughout high school and never even been kissed. And the girls that were popular, the popular girls were like the slutty girls that did like gangbangs and shit. Like the whole football team. Like those were the popular girls. So I remember that's the way it was. And I don't know. I was too scared to do anything with a guy. It was scary. One time I made out with a guy and I felt ill the next day because I could have sworn you can get pregnant that way. Oop, I should not be clicking around on this thing. Yeah, so that's a great quote. There's another one. A woman who is perfectly woman is superior to a man who is imperfectly man, just as a farmer who is faithful to his land and performs his work perfectly is superior to a king who cannot do his own work. So again, this is kind of calling out men for not being those honorable, decent gentlemen and being the best that they can possibly be. They are so focused on pointing fingers at everyone else. Every other girl's a thought or whatever, and all the other guys are simps. They're not focused on being the best man they can be. And if a woman is a better woman than they are a man, he is not superior to her. Just as a king who cannot perform his duties is not superior to a farmer that is faithful to their land. Oh, Grey Wolf got $5. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Let me see, back let me check in on you guys. Where are we at? Okay, we got an hour we've been on. I agree with that in a way, except that thinking in terms of superiority in itself is quite unnecessary and probably slightly worse than not doing that. That's true. I can see that. Thanks, Grey Wolf. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. How did you send that to me? Because it didn't show up on Super Chats. Getting banging with the whole football team. Jay finds the best quotes for me. Yeah, Dan, if you want to just like backtrack a few minutes, we've been talking about the definition of a simp, but yeah, basically, I don't know, how do you guys feel about this gentleman, chivalry, etiquette, honor, integrity version versus this simp who is overly valuing women who don't deserve it, which devalues decent women, and at the same time devaluing these decent women by valuing shitty women just so that they can get something sexual, some sexual gratification for it. I think that's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But do you guys see the difference between simp and chivalry? Can we all kind of see that and agree to that? Talking about simps is one way of killing off super chats on a platform that's primarily male, lol. Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, I'm still not used to having a primarily male audience. Like, honestly, mine was gay males, sure. Or women, for the most part, as a performer. But yeah, I guess now it is. But we've discussed this. It's not just like fans or whatever that are simps. It's like overly valuing shitty women. So I don't think that I would consider myself the same as those like bimbos that bend over on streams and don't really provide anything, just giggle or dance to something. I think that I can provide some intelligent stuff without trying to use sexuality too much. I made some interesting intros, but I don't think it's absolutely terrible. Yeah. Chivalry is becoming a lost art and simps are using it for their own wants. That's exactly it. I think that simps actually co-opted chivalry and are using it in a bad way, in a non-genuine way, and trying to say that that's what they're doing, and misusing that. And that's why I think it's important for our Sunday etiquette streams. Bring this shit back. Alright, guys. Let's see what else I have in my notes. Oh my god. Wait for the siren. That's a really, really great way to put it, Grey Wolf. He said, I think a simp is behaving out of vice and a chivalrous gentleman is acting out of virtue. I love that. That's great. Tweet that. I'll retweet it or I'll tweet Sexuality and sensuality is in no way incongruous. Ooh. Oh my god, my light. That light is gonna just like pop all over me. Oh my god. I'm gonna get shards of glass in my face. Anyway, Godwin's name? Goodwin's name. Godwin's name? I don't know. Sexuality and sensuality is in no way incongruous with class. One can flirt in very sophisticated manners, for example. The empty, hollow vulgarities, however, are very different. I totally agree with that. Totally. See, this is why I love you guys. You guys really have some, like, great points to make, some great insights, and I love my chat. It's always great. Chivalry isn't about personal gain, said Dan Smitham. It's about understanding your role as a man. Thank you. Exactly. That's why it can't be a simp. Orange Patrol's on his way. I love Orange Patrol. Yeah. Good stuff, guys. I may take a bathroom break. It's been an hour, and Fuck Google 2 gave me $5. Thank you very much. And I have Grey Wolf gave me $5. Thank you very much. So yeah. $10 stream, guys. Let's help me out. Let's be chivalrous, shall we? No, I'm kidding. Let's not abuse these words. It would help me out if you could just simp a little bit. But it's not simp, because that means I'm not worthy of the value. If I'm worthy of the value. And I know that that can be, like, objective, but I'm sorry it's not. It's like when people say that beauty is objective. Like, sorry it's not. Like, ugly is ugly. And, I mean, you may have different preferences, but, like, generally beauty is scientific and mathematical. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be fun streaming here. I can tell. I miss it. I miss these sounds. Okay. Every time I have a bathroom break, I always end up losing followers and shit. But don't go anywhere, please. We can have so much fun if you, we can dig shit up. You guys can dig shit up. Let's find some things on Twitter. There's been a lot of discussions about this sort of thing. So if there's any other point that, like, hasn't been addressed, because honestly I don't watch Paul Joseph Watson, so I haven't watched this video, but if there's anything else that should be discussed, a talking point, like a thing, I think we pretty much, like, gotten down the basic definition of it and then countered it with the, like, chivalry version. But if there's any other, like, talking point, get at me about it. Think about it. Maybe we can talk about the I don't know, like the J-Lo shit or whatever. Again, I didn't watch it, but I've seen it nonstop come up on Twitter, so I've pieced together what's been going on. Both sides are freaking ridiculous. Coronavirus, best thing of 2020. No offense to anyone that died, is the memes of coronavirus so far. Yeah. Nature Slayer said, I believe chivalry is instilled by their parents / grandparents, etc. I had Southern grandparents who were very strict with the yes ma'am, yes sir, opens doors, etc. Yeah, that's true. Definitely the South is really good about that, and I've always admired that. But the thing about etiquette and chivalry, which we did discuss yesterday too, is that, yes, it's about definitely being well-bred, and being well-bred, whether you have money or not, really shows when you have certain etiquette. But the good thing is also that it can be learned. So there are some things that I don't think I was raised with, certain things that I was, certain chivalry, etiquette kind of behaviors, but there are some things that I learned. And so it's something that you can learn along the way if you weren't raised with it, and it's really important, interesting stuff. Well, we can speak of the dark side of honor, which is not something I like, where it gets dragged down into upholding family honor by killing others if shame was perceived. Yeah, definitely. That's true. All right, guys. Shill. Send me those super chats and things like that. Just don't be a dick. Exactly. Think about some more interesting things and we can chit chat. We have another hour to go. I'm just gonna take a break. Oh shit, we got a 20 though. Where'd that come from? Rezakai! Oh, thank you so much. Sweet.
Keep up the streams. We'll oblige with more shekels once payday rolls around at the end of the week.
Aw, thanks. That really means a lot. Keep up with the streams. And, don't want to put anyone else out, but I'm out, so it really helps if you do have a regular normal job and you can throw me a few shekels. It really helps me so much, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Cool. That's awesome. Let's see. Probably gonna go to a commercial. Yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. I know I always lose people, but stick around, please. Got more to talk to. Think about stuff. There's been some really amazing discussions on Twitter about it, and I know there's been some drama too. I don't want to get involved in any Twitter drama, so I don't know if we should bring it up or not. But I tend to have a mixed opinion about stuff from somewhere in the middle, not to be all centristy about it, but with these fights and things, there are sometimes certain people that I do agree with but don't like, or I like people but don't agree with them necessarily what they're saying or their point is, and it kind of gets I'm stuck in the middle and I don't want to make any points either way, but there's some agreeing and disagreeing going on as far as this whole simp, e-girl, don't talk to them kind of conversation goes. And if you find some good points or anything online, send it to me, send them to Jay, and we'll get them up on the screen. But stick around. Break time. Hold on. Too long. I can't do this every single time. But also the role of women and alchemy duality kind of go hand in hand. There's something called the alchemical marriage. Zohan gave $5, said, what's your thoughts on Razor Fist? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Let me look it up. I don't know. Razor Fist is a fictional supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Oh, I don't really know a lot of the dude ones. I pretty much focus on sexy girly stuff. I love Gen 13, Dark Child, Witchblade, Fathom, stuff like that, girly things. Those are the dude ones, so I don't know. Oh, Razor Fist is a YouTuber. I don't know. Oh shit. Really?
We sure miss Sir Roger here, formerly conservative UK. UK can't conserve shit.
Yeah, I know. Let me go to the dashboard here. Dude, seriously, thank you so much. That really, really means a lot. It helps a lot. The nation state said, we sure miss Sir Roger here. I totally am so upset. Roger Scruton had died recently, the past month or so. Formerly conservative UK, you can't conserve shit. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's good that they're having Brexit and Boris and all that stuff, but Sir Roger Scruton is definitely someone part of UK history, and that did so much for art and culture. Definitely really missed. And thank you again so much. Damn. It's awesome. Yeah, it is really sad. I really wish I could like have met him. He was doing some stuff in the UK when I first moved there, and I didn't get to go see his lecture. Like, just missed it. I think he did it like a week before I moved there, and then never got to it. And then he died. Boris, more Boris than a Russian Johnson. I know. Damn, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have any other points. So, like I said, I didn't watch any of Paul Joseph Watson's video or any of the stuff on this content, really, other than just seeing a few comments on Twitter and kind of having some input, noticing a trend of everyone saying simp and talking about it and videos about it. So I thought it was a good time when I started picking up streaming again to bring up the topic and show how there is a difference between chivalry and simpery, and make sure we can understand the distinction between the difference. And I think we definitely sorted out a little bit. We can maybe bring this topic up again. I was really frustrated and gave up on streaming today, and then it suddenly started to work, so I said, why not? So here we are. We'll bring it up again maybe when I have some other points. But if you guys have anything else that was brought up, like what is the main point about simping and people fighting etiquette at all? Is there any other main point out there other than stop giving women that don't deserve this attention just for sexuality? Yeah, we simping keep scrolling. I love that. All right. You guys just love Boris. Boris Johnson looks like he was a Ninja Turtle in a past life. Boris is the third ultimate drinking buddy. One question in regard to Sir Roger Scruton, off topic. Anyone that might be able to take his place? Oh, I don't know about that. I would love for there to be more people like him and his caliber up there. I don't want to just have it be like no one can compare type situation, because I think we need more of those types of people. But people are so focused right now on pulling stunts, getting that viral video, going to a leftist event or something just so they could stream and get attacked and complain they were attacked by the left or whatever. I think that that's what's really going on the internet right now, and people are not as interested in really well-researched, really well-written pieces and thinkers the way that Scruton is. They get more bang for their buck by just like doing something controversial and getting a lot of viral videos out of it. Yeah, Jay said the Super Bowl halftime faux outrage made me cringe. I had to mute some posts. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't watch that shit anyway. And then when it kept popping up on my feed, I was kind of like, oh my God. And it did not stop today. It just kept going on. And then I started seeing little video clips and whatever. Yeah, kids in cages. Fucking annoying. Yes, very Puerto Rican. Whatever. Yeah, it was like sexy. But like, those performers always are sexy. I don't really see that big of a difference. They weren't nude. It was completely like, I don't know if you guys realize, those are like Cirque du Soleil outfits. Like, she is covered. Shit, this light keeps popping. She is covered, like wearing like like ice skater tights, skating tights. They're really thick. It's like leggings, completely covered. There's really nothing that crazy about it. Yeah, and I mean, getting annoyed about the political message, I get. It's just kind of like whatever. I don't really watch that stuff, so whatever. But like, J-Lo was promoting she's riding the wave of this hit of a movie that she had that was about stripping, and she had this really big like pole routine that everyone was like, oh my God, she's so amazing. So she's riding that wave, which I get. I'm not a really big fan of the pole. I've worked with a lot of people that performed pole and did all that. I always tried remaining respectful because a lot of them were not into like the strippery vibe of pole. They were into the athleticism, the Cirque du Soleil aspect of it. And to be fair, it is very athletic. It is incredibly difficult. So respect. I think it's cool. Looking, to do things with your body. I like dancing. I think dancing is really fun. A lot of Hispanic dancing does involve a lot of shaking. I think it looked awesome. But yeah, I'm not a big pole fan person necessarily, but come on, guys. Like, Melania Trump has nudes out there. You're really going to complain about J-Lo doing a dance routine? Like, give me a fucking break. Yeah, exactly. And they're like older women with kids, and they're up there dancing around doing that. It was kind of like nice. Yeah, okay. That gives me hope, because I always feel like, damn, I need kids like now, and my career is over, like it's done. But to see like older women dancing around when they're older and have kids, cool. Yeah, I mean, the more I see of it, the more I'm just kind of like, damn, okay, like there's, that and that in it, but like, I think that the right is loving complaint. I'm so shocked that this is where we're at in 2020. Is that we're just turned into the left, and we're complaining about whatever the left does of every little tiny thing. It's just complaining. It's like not that big of a deal. Chill, guys. If it were the other way around, you'd be defending it, saying free speech, free speech. It's art. Yeah, anyway, anything else that you guys have? Any other talking points about it? That's really all I had as far as like Super Bowl goes. Didn't watch that shit, but the things that I did see is like, yeah, some annoying lefty stuff, but it will die down. People getting turned off by whining. I hope so, because I feel like people just really love the whining. They love the whining. It gets them so much attention. Everyone is addicted. I don't care who you are and how cool you think you are and want to act like you're the only one immune to the addiction of social media. I don't believe it. Don't believe it. You are obsessed with the attention, even if you're an anonymous account. Everyone wants a little bit of attention. Okay. Yeah, it's a way to get attention without having to devote time to bettering oneself. And see, that's what I always thought was creating content, was having to like come up with something unique on my own that is a unique position that no one else has thought about, or something no one else has created. And when I do that, then people steal it, and everyone goes, stop whining about your content being taken. It's there for the taking. Or they're bringing it, showing it to more eyes. It's like, well, fuck off. It's my content. And I had to be original for that. And then other people just going around doing the same old bullshit talking points over and over again, and just trying to get attention out of something shocking. It's ridiculous. It's hard work trying to get something unique. Yeah, and even like right-wing media is just as bad as... It's not as bad as left, because like, yes, the left-wing media is like monopoly. It's like they dominate everything, and the few little right-wing sources that we do have gets trampled over by the other dominant like left ones, and constantly attack that. So like, I get that there's like an uneven dynamic happening, but even on the right, we are obsessed with competing with the leftist clickbait and spewing bullshit, and we consume it just as much, because working in media, I realized it's about clicks. It's not about providing information out there to the people. Like, I thought that's what journalism was that like, this is important information that people need to know about, and doing quality work in that field and doing quality research and bringing something unknown to the public that they needed to see. That is like good work. And the media is not really focused on that aspect at all. They are actually more interested in really dumbed down content that's going to get a lot of clicks. That's it. They just want to get the clicks. If it is about Melania Trump's outfit for Christmas or something, that article will go nuts and they'll love it and they'll get 1 million hits and they're happy with that. Versus talking about something that involves like child sex rings, but they don't want to talk about it. Then they won't talk about it. They'll talk about Melania's dress. Yes, creativity is all about making a composition out of stuff that already exists. I'm not saying things like don't exist out there, but the unique combination or perspective that people have. Like when I was performing, I used to get stage anxiety, and I used to tell myself to have fun and be yourself. And it sounds really cliche, but if you're having fun, the audience is having fun. They can sense it. Everyone loves it. And being yourself is like, I'm no like professional ballerina. I don't do crazy tricks. Like I don't do a lot of stuff. And instead of trying to like imitate someone that does this one thing particularly good, I actually have a particular set of skills that is a unique set for me. And I think that's what great content is about, is like providing this like unique set of things that is like uniquely you, or a unique perspective to you that you can then share with others. It's not necessarily like 100% original all the time, but I think that there's a certain set of skills or knowledge or information that can create something unique. And I think unique and special are two different things. Uniqueness is a qualitative thing. If I had a pet rock, it's only special to me. Well, I mean, a pet rock wouldn't be unique because that was created like in the 90s or some shit. Like that's been around. So it's not a unique idea, but it doesn't mean it's not special. Anyway, anything else, guys? Anything else? What's going on out there? What do I think of Owen Benjamin? I don't really watch other people. Just listen to music or I listen to like MLM marketing, multi-level marketing scams, documentaries and things about that. So I don't really listen to other political people. I don't really know any of this stuff. And he's a professional comedian as far as I know, and kind of had a similar fate to me, where he's a bit blacklisted and pushed around, kind of acting like a recluse now in the middle of nowhere. So yeah. We need to do a stream on the philosophy of math once. Yeah, I wanted to do something with the relationship between math and art. I have some books on it too. And the comic book, it's going well. I think Weldon messaged me today or yesterday, and he's excited about the first 5 pages. So I'm excited to see what he came up with. And as soon as I have something, I will keep you guys posted. It's slow but steady. I think he's wrapping up on a book right now. So as soon as he's done, it should be just like full force comic book stuff. Yes, I can fight. I cannot sing. I can fight. Any more cooking videos? Yes, I actually have some olive oil, some fantastic olive oil from Cello oil and Cello oils. And he sent me some olive oil from Croatia. He's a Croatian guy on Twitter, right-wing guy, really cool. So I want to do some videos, cook some like borek, some traditional Croatian foods. I wanted to incorporate some of his olive oil in it, and be at my mom's house to do it because she has a nice big kitchen. I got this place down in the city, but when I go back up, I think I will do a cooking thing up there. Is Simp the new NPC? Yeah, I would agree with that. I think so. Remember everything. Everyone was saying NPC this, NPC that. Now everyone's a simp. It's simp this, simp that. You like the intro music? Can I give names that's similar that I can suggest? Well, that person is a meme extremist or meme rockets or something. Base meme. I have to like find his links and add it to the description. It's a friend of mine. Does amazing stuff. He's on. It's not SoundCloud. What's the other thing? Bandcamp. So yeah, there's that, and then there's something similar. I mean, I really like a friend of mine. What's his name? I like the song "Right Wing Youth." If you look that up, by Zirius. It's like Sirius, but with an X in the beginning. Sirius. Okay, so let me go through this. Yeah, I love your cooking videos. If Dracula was a woman, imagine the simp army. People who call people simps are NPCs. Simp is the new white knight / nice guy. Yeah, and I mean, it kind of sucks because, like, I actually like the term white knight. I mean, it's kind of cool because, like, you know, white, being white or saying white is, like, bad nowadays. So it's cool to be, like, a white knight. It kind of seems very, like, Deuce Volt. But yeah, chivalry also comes from the knightly code between knights. So I kind of like the whole white knight thing. But William P. Yeah. It's okay to be white. Let me know what else you guys are thinking about. Being white is alright. Shut up, Jay. You're not even white. Would I consider doing makeup hair tutorial? Yeah, sure, but I don't think I do the best hair and makeup. I do good performer stuff. Sing a song? No. I am so white right now. Yeah, it's the settings on my camera. I like it that way. The one thing I can sing is Sam Cooke, but I'm not singing it. Do I listen to metal? Yes, I like Sabaton. This is like an Ask Me Anything now. Jenny loves my style. Thank you. I love to hear that. I do it for you, Jenny. See, I do it for the women and the gays. They love my style. I love how I have all this white and I'm still being called Morticia Adams. Would I consider doing a short? Like, a short what? Yeah, sure. All right, guys. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. So, maybe 20 more minutes. Maybe 20 minutes if we have things to talk about. Just have like an eye twitch. Oh, I did have a prop gun. It's upstate. I didn't bring it down here, but I have like a little like cool. It's from when I did a gig where I did a gold member gig where it was like all James Bond themed, gold member, and I was like painted all in gold with a blonde wig, and I had this like gold gun. It's really cool. Oh, you're out of here. Bye, nation state. Thank you so much. Bless, bless, bless. You really made my night. I was really upset, but now I feel much better. Thank you. Would you consider doing a short version of your dancing routine live on YouTube? Yeah. So, oh. No way. Thank you, Steven. Aw. That really means a lot. Shit. This is like, oh, feels so much better. Thank you. To make it a round number. Thank you. That was me dancing around, Jay. Chill. Okay. would I consider doing a short version of my dance routine live on YouTube? Yeah, so this is something that I was considering for Lady Alchemy. I do have a separate Lady Alchemy YouTube page. You guys should all follow it. Subscribe if you're not following. Jay, can you throw the link in there for me? Just look up Lady Alchemy. And I figured since I don't have gigs performing, I may as well like perform live any way I can, which would possibly be on streaming. And the issue with YouTube is that generally my performances are to copywritten songs. I don't know how it works, but like that's the way it works. Like we do songs, not our own original songs. No burlesque dancer does that. We'd be recording artists if we did that, where we dance to other people's songs. So a lot of YouTube has been like going crazy. They've been crazy with this copyright shit. Music copyright is one of the like most annoying things on the internet. And I have been getting for the past few months, which is why I think I am getting this issue streaming, because like YouTube updated some shit, because not only was I getting emails about like updates, so I was like, yeah, whatever. And I like moved it along because I was busy moving from another country, traveling, visiting family, doing all stuff, getting an apartment. I didn't pay attention to what these emails were from YouTube. So things have been happening, but also every day I've been getting multiple emails about copyright notices on all my old streams. That was just some obscure portion of an obscure song somewhere in there. And those videos aren't even open to the public anymore. But every day I keep getting like hit with like 10 different like notifications of copyright bullshit. So I do... No, someone said stream on Twitch. You can listen to any kind of music on there. Yeah, the issue with like Twitch and DLive is that I get like 3 viewers. Most of my viewers are off YouTube. I doubt I'll get like 2 people in a stream if I try to organize some sort of Lady Alchemy performing on another platform type of situation. Like, I just don't think it would be worth my time. I mean, I have to like spend hours doing my hair and makeup. It's just stage hair and makeup. It's not normal like, oh, you look fine. It's like, no, it's part of the performance. Getting the costuming and having everything set up and the camera and the lights and like having the space and just having everything organized, the stars aligned to make sure this happens. It has to be more than 2 or 3 people watching, and I have to be able to figure out how to make money off of it. So I have issues with YouTube. People are suggesting other things. Are there any... Yeah, and so I don't know. I haven't figured out this right ratio. I did offer it on like a Patreon because I would love to have my performances shown. I don't want to just like perform necessarily to any random song. I will use maybe some of my other artists that have songs that I do envision a performance for, but I don't think it'd be good to just like focus in on original content when I have like cool performances that have cool songs. Like they just fit, like certain things just fit and they make sense for a performance. But I will try to have original music and I gotta figure it out. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Yeah, so I don't know. I gotta figure out exactly how to do it. Nothing works, because then if I do like this whole Patreon thing, then it's just like weird and it's like 1 or 2 people. I'm not streaming privately for 1 or 2 people dancing. Like, it's weird. Yeah, DLive doesn't have a problem with music, but like I said, I only get like 3 people watching if I'm just streaming to DLive. Most of my stuff is on YouTube, most of the people. Oh, thank you about that GarageBand tip. I do have Adobe Suite, so I can have like the Adobe Audition or whatever and run it through any sort of audio thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe play around with some music. Yeah, what else? I mean, on here I have something about alchemy and duality. I think I was mentioning that in alchemy there is the alchemical marriage, and it's the duality coming together, like the yin and the yang of the masculine and the feminine. And studying that kind of stuff really makes you understand the relationship that is different but complementary with the masculine and feminine qualities. And I think that's the proper dynamic with men and women. And I know that the MGTOW type people really hate the whole concept of complementary or the yin and the yang, the different, equal in different in different ways, complementary ways concept. They're not a fan of it. I'm not exactly sure why they don't believe in it, but I do. I think it's just part of that's natural law. Even in our brain is two hemispheres, left, right, masculine, feminine, logic, creative. Like, it just, that's part of duality. That's why it's the alchemical marriage. That duality exists in nature, and it is a circle. It's a full, complete thing, and it's even parts that fit complementary. That's the Christian view on marriage too. Yeah, I actually have my one last quote on here that I didn't bring up because I didn't want to get all like weird and Jesus on you guys. Plus, like, people would say I'm not the most perfect Christian, which I don't know why that means. I can't look to the Bible as a guidance or reference or be interested in promoting any of that stuff. I think it's good for society to help promote that stuff, but sure, if we want to go there. There were some quotes that I found. I think it was just yeah, so this is kind of like this relationship that we were just talking about, the alchemical marriage in Corinthians. It says, "For as the woman originates from the man, so also the man has his birth through the woman, and all things originate from God." So that shows you kind of also that yin and yang situation of, it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. And yeah, woman is created from man, from Adam's rib, but men are also created through woman. All things are created through God. So that's that relationship. Oh, sorry, let me catch up with you guys. Do you believe that magic is being used against the American people so the Illuminati can rule the world forever? I did believe that. I believed that about like 2012-ish. That was my main thing. But yeah, I think ultimately yes, but I think that there's a lot of people online that look into conspiracies more than they really should. And I've had it happen to me where people are like, she's wearing a red dress, that's the Scarlet Woman, blah, 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 Tower of Babel type. And I was like, dude, buddy, like, I'm on camera every day making videos. Like, I'm just going through the cycle in my closet. And eventually, one day, I wore a red outfit. Calm down. And I'll have other people takes, like, I have thousands and thousands of pictures. I've been modeling for decades. I have so many pictures. And out of all these pictures, they'll take, like, 4 pictures and put them together that happen to have me, like, with one eye that's covered, or I'm, like, covering it or something. And it's like, dude, out of so many poses in all of these decades, at some point I'm going to cover an eye, and you just made something out of nothing there. Are there analogs to Tantra that can be found in Western occultism? Yes and no. I am a fan of Tantra. Just, I think that's worthwhile to look into. I think that's really good stuff about controlling your breath and, you know, your energies. But there are things that are similar in Western occultism, but I think Tantra's pretty good. I think there are similar aspects in like traditional magic work, and if we're talking about like the like sex magic type stuff, yeah, that's there. And I think it's similar kind of things with breath and attention. But where's the duality in math? 0 and 1. Which one is masculine and which one is feminine? I would say masculine is plus. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking plus minus like batteries. 0 and 1. I would say woman is 0. Man is 1. Penis, vagina. Traumatic Big Mac Cute predicted this. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes these conspiracies are like, okay, like you need to like calm down right now. Maybe don't watch Alex Jones tonight. But yeah. Okay, guys. I'm getting really antsy. Got like 6 more minutes. No, I have not seen some of the Kobe Bryant conspiracies. I have not. I suppose, but the individual observes from the point of 0, be they make our female. Be they male or female. Yeah, I don't know, but there's just something innately phallic about 1 and 0 is like a womb. I don't know. Just for me, visually, like studying symbolism or whatever, that's what I would say. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong, but that's my perspective. I have to raise my legs, dude. I'm gonna get swollen feet. God, I gotta like massage. Like my mom, I gotta have like fluid retention in my feet. I can feel it. It's painful. What? Is it weird that there's a cartoon that came out 3 years ago with Kobe crashed in a helicopter? My voice kind of reminds you of Ann Coulter. Well, thanks. I kind of like that. Have I ever looked into John Dee and Enochian magic? Yes, yes. Well, just so you guys know, I will be doing Alchemy stream Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday will be the outer work, which is physical alchemy, studying alchemists and various things like that, the science and history aspect, and then the inner work will continue on Thursday, which is more of the spiritual stuff, the tantra and the Buddhism type of like stuff, the inner, the Carl Jung, the psychology aspect. Thanks, Jay. I kind of look like Fran Drescher too. Well, I strictly love alchemy, but within alchemy is like things like Kabbalah and astrology and stuff like that. So by default, yes, but I'm not like these girls that are like, oh, it's, Cancer, blah, blah, blah. The sign Cancer, I'm a Cancer. I don't know what MBTI is. Yeah, Uncle Ted has a really great manifesto. I think it was praised by a lot of outlets, New York Times and whatnot. He's very, very intelligent mathematician. His manifesto is quite interesting. Thank you for subbing my Lady Alchemy page, guys. You should all sub on my Lady Alchemy page. I sound like your grandmother. Great. Gotta raise my feet. Yeah, the Book of Enoch is definitely where I got a lot of my, the whole Nephilim blood thing situation, and that is also coming out in my comic book. Well, I love you too, Stranger in Night. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Uncle Ted, Book of, oh yeah, so yeah, the Nephilim stuff, Book of Enoch. That is where I found out about my really strange blood type, having connections to the Nephilim and the fallen angels, procreating with the human race, and creating this whole other race, bloodline. And they have brought knowledge of alchemy, metallurgy, warfare, makeup, magic, me. It's just like all me. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Book of Enoch. This is all me. What response would you have to people who think yoga is a demonic practice or that it lets foreign spirits into your body, etc.? That I've actually never heard that. But I could see people saying that for sure. People say the crazy darndest things. But what I would say is that it's actually more like prayer because, the breath is connected when we talk about our, in the alchemy streams, the past few, I keep getting stuck on one chapter and it's about the elements of alchemy. And the beginning of the talk starts with the definition of the word spirit and what it translates into and its origins and whatever is really about the breath. So there's a connection with breath and your inner self. So there's something about utilizing the breath. Also, your breath controls your heart rate. You can control every aspect of your body through your breath. You're getting sweaty, you're nervous, you can control your breath and slow your heart rate down, which has an effect on the rest of your body. So yeah, that is a really big aspect of yoga, and I don't see that as demonic. I see that totally in line with the spiritual work of getting in tune with your inner self. It's more about, your inner self rather than having things outside coming into you. It's about you going within oneself. And what else? It's like prayer. Meditation is like prayer. It's just focusing your energies with this incomprehensible energy and spirit in the world and being present in the present moment right now. And I think that's what alchemy does. It's what all spirituality does. It's what Christ consciousness is about, nirvana is about, is slowing down the present moment. Let's all do it right now. Just stopping and being present to every detail right now in the moment. Not living in autopilot, but just taking in the moment right now. Yeah, exactly. Yes, the right meditation practices can also change your perception of time and also release DMT in your brain. Yeah, and that's why you can totally control time if you stop and become present to the moment right now. Well, I mean, I'm totally not into the pagan stuff. I am Christian, but the Western alchemy is definitely very based off of Christianity. So I don't really know the whole dancing around naked in the forest. I know more about high ritual magic, which is what Mass is. Anyway, it's been 2 hours and I hope you guys had fun. I'm really enjoying, there's been a lot of new people in here too, which is awesome. Grey Wolf, I'm glad to see you in here. Dan Smitham, thanks for coming in. AL, thank you for coming in here. Ultimate. Jay's in here, thank you. Nature Slayer, I think I've seen you around. Sour Star, I've seen you around. Stephen 4X, my man, I'm so glad to see you around. Zohan, I haven't seen you around here before, welcome. And you too, I think it's a Vladimir with X's. X Vladimir. I think that's Vladimir. From Stranger in the Night. Pick up your pants patrol. I love that. Great, great. Well, it's so nice to, Rezakai, yep. It's so nice to chit-chat with you guys. I don't know if you checked out last night's stream, but there was a good conversation about etiquette. You should check that out. It's going to be happening every Sunday. I'm working with my times and trying to figure out how to stream, so excuse me. It's supposed to be 4 p.m. every day, but, you know, might be late this week, trying to figure things out. Mondays is wild card day. I think we'll do more of this just random chit-chat, focusing more on the chat, current events, whatever's going on. Keep it kind of open-ended. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll keep with art stream. We're going to do some art history chats. That'll be really fun. We'll go through a lot of information. And I know you guys are going to have some great conversations. You always do. Wednesday is Alchemy. We'll get into famous alchemists and, you know, laboratory procedures and outer alchemy work. And then Thursday is inner alchemy. Namaste, bitches. Thank you so much, guys.